GPCRs all follow the same general pathway in which the ligand binds to the protein complex causing the alpha subunit to dissociate. This alpha subunit then becomes activated by GDP, which causes a signal transduction throughout the cell in the effector. There's three main protein classes that I'm going to go over, and this is GS, GI, and GQ. Of course, there's a lot more, and you can look these up, but this image just kind of displays and generalizes that general concept. So we start off with the ligand binding to the protein complex. This causes the alpha subunit to dissociate. Recall that if it's bound to GDP, this alpha complex is off. If it's bound to GTP, this alpha protein's on. And so if it's bound to GDP, we're going to go to the next step, which depending on which protein class you're using, I'm going to start with GS, which remember is the stimulation of adenosine cyclase. So ATP, that's GS is going to stimulate ATP to go into CAMP, or CAMP. This will activate protein kinase A. Alternatively, we have GI, which is the inhibitory pathway, where we are going to inhibit the process of creating CAMP from ATP, and this will inhibit the activation of protein kinase A. With GQ, it's a little bit different, so it's still the same first two steps, where the ligand binds to the protein complex, causing the alpha subunit to dissociate. Assuming that we have GDP bound to the alpha subunit, we're going to go to the next step that activates GQ. GQ will then go ahead and activate phospholipase C, which will then activate the separation of PIP2 into IP3 and DAG. IP3 will then go to increase the intercellular concentration of calcium, whereas DAG will increase and activate protein kinase C throughout